What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and we know that sports journalism is at an all-time low. The people who write these articles, the people who are on these TV shows, be it ESPN, Fox Sports 1, all of these mainstream networks are absolute garbage, and now we have proven that they're just resorting to making things up to try to get attention, making things up in order to stay relevant, and that's exactly what we saw with Skip Bayless. Now, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe, Undisputed, is one of the absolute worst shows on television to watch. Shannon Sharpe is one of the dumbest people on TV right now. There's no other way about it. He's annoying to listen to. His takes are absolute garbage, and he's just a fucking buffoon. But Skip Bayless isn't much better either. And today what happened is Jimmy Johnson dropped a nuke on him after he found out that he was lying about what he said, the story that he told. Jimmy Johnson says Skip Bayless made up conversation. Now, this is from Outkick the Coverage. What is everyone talking about? It originated here with Cowboys Nation 3 and 9. It's a pretty funny Twitter account asking, someone needs to find out if Jimmy Johnson ever said this to Skip Bayless. I find it very hard to believe Coach Johnson would have tipped his hand on a trade of that magnitude. And they're talking about the Herschel Walker trade. The Herschel Walker trade that returned a ton of players and a ton of picks that essentially set the Cowboys up for that 90s run they had. Listen to this.
Everybody, everybody always talks about that trade. You know what they get.
Now, even with the bad quality of this recording, someone who's just taking a screen, is just putting their cell phone to the TV, Shannon Sharpe is still annoying as hell.
Middle of it, can you believe that? Can you
listen to this?
Can you believe what Minnesota gave up?
Yeah, Jimmy actually came to me on it was the Saturday before the Monday trade.
You see, he says Jimmy came to me the Saturday before the Monday trade. He kind of looks up as he's trying to think about it, recall, or is he just making it up? Evidently, he's just fucking making it up. Look at him. Listen to this.
It was the Saturday before the Monday trade, and asked me, what if I told you I could trade Herschel Walker for a king's ransom? That's what he asked me. I said, seriously? Because I wasn't a big Herschel fan because he was...
Why would Jimmy Johnson come to Skip Bayless to say that? It makes no sense. This guy's completely right when he clipped this out and posted this. And he continues to go on and talk about it a little bit. Jimmy Johnson responded, never said this. Skip Bayless just absolutely caught in a lie, a bold-faced lie. And it's not going to change. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to address this. You really think he would? I guess he might come and say, I apologize, I remembered it wrong. I think he's just going to completely ignore it and do the same thing that he's always done. Just be wrong about shit and then move on. And the Herschel Walker trade, if you don't remember, it says the best trade in NFL history. This is an editorial, obviously. But it was the biggest trade in history when you look at the number of players that were involved at that point. In 1989, at the peak of Herschel Walker's NFL career, the Cowboys sent Herschel Walker to the Vikings for 5 players and 6 picks. The players, Jesse Solomon, Isaac Holt, Darren Nelson, David Howard, Alex Stewart, and the picks turned into players like Emmitt Smith, Russell Maryland, Kevin Smith, and Darren Woodson. Emmitt Smith and Darren Woodson, you got back from that trade, including all of these other players who, some of them didn't really do anything. Some of them were very key in that 90s Cowboys run. And Skip Bayless just get absolutely caught in a lie. That's quite the story to make up if Johnson's telling the truth. It's fine to make up such a tale while drinking with your buddies who aren't likely to fact check you, but on TV, it's risky. By the way, the only conceivable reason Bayless would have reported the news at the time of the conversation with Johnson had been off record. But is there a statute of limitations on off-the-record talks? Bayless says it's been 30 years. You'll never find the good folks at Outkick making up stories that former football coaches told us 3 decades ago. Why would he say this? That's the real thing. And I don't think Jimmy Johnson really has a reason to lie about it. Jimmy Johnson's out as a head coach. His legacy is set. There's no real reason for him to be like, no, I never told this reporter off the record 30 years ago that this would happen. Skip Bayless is clearly making this up, and that is why mainstream news, mainstream journalism, mainstream sports journalism is absolutely dead. That's why channels like this one, Outkick the Coverage, Black and White Sports, are growing, because we're not going to bring you any of this BS. We're just going to give you our opinion. We're not going to make up some story about some connection we have like these losers will. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.